Hello and welcome back to the Tavern Times, a product of KLVD Studios. This week we are continuing on our profiles of our players in our new campaign in Northern Piscalla. This week we have one of my good friends, Claire. Claire, why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you and tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Claire. Um, I oh gosh. Um, I cosplay. I draw sometimes. I've been doing all of Kava's art actually.
Yes, all my artwork is done by Claire. So, what is your experience with tabletop RPGs?
So I used to play Pathfinder with some friends. I think I've been playing for about 8 years. But there was a little bit of a period where I stopped playing, so I don't really count those. Um, But yeah, I tried to DM once and it didn't work out. I have like no knowledge of the background mechanics that happen, so it didn't really work. But I've been playing for the last 4 years with you as the DM.
Oh, yes. So, what is your favorite role to play in a tabletop RPG?
I usually go for the rogue. It's the class that I'm most familiar with because it's the way that I would play Skyrim. So like that's what I've always played as. But most recently I got into playing Ranger, which was cool. But yeah, Ranger and Rogue are definitely the two things that I enjoy playing the most.
All right, so what's your favorite memory or experience that you've had with a tabletop RPG?
Okay. This is a bit of a long story. I tried to like make it really short, but
You can go as long as you want.
I don't think I've told anybody this story. But when I was playing Pathfinder, we started a campaign where there was already established party and my character would come in later. And so my character was a baby that was taken by goblins and like given a potion to age her into an adult so that she was going to be eaten basically. But like the party saves her, right? So like I am a full-grown elf with the mind of a child. So we came to this town and there was a gigantic fountain in the middle of the wherever we were. And because I have the mind of a child and my stats were that of a rogue, so I had high acrobatics, right? I go, I'm gonna jump on top of that fountain. And so I did. I rolled like, I don't know, really high. And so I like backflipped onto the top of this fountain. And I almost got arrested because you're not supposed to jump on top of a fountain in the middle of a city. So I almost got everybody in trouble with all the guards. Yeah, that was really fun.
So, apart from being one of my good buddies' fiancés and a good friend of mine, why do you think you were selected to be part of this party here? What do you bring to the table?
I've been playing with you for the last 4 years. Since Jack and I play together, I think we hold each other accountable. And like, if I don't remind him it's a D&D day, he's reminding me. Being a consistent player is definitely one thing. Like, I always show up, even if I'm a couple minutes late. Um, Communication is another thing. Um, I think I finally started coming out of my shell too with the role playing aspect of it.
Yep.
Um, and like I'm funny sometimes without even meaning to be.
Yeah, especially the banter in the last campaign that I did with you and Jack being in a relationship in the
Yeah.
campaign, um, and his warlocky drinkingness, and there was a lot of funny banter throughout the whole stuff with you being more of the lawful good and Jack playing the more chaotic neutral
Yeah.
type of character. I had a lot of fun DMing with you guys with that one. So, what are you looking forward to the most with this campaign?
I'm excited for the world, like just being in a new place, seeing everything that you've been creating is really amazing to me. Because I have again no knowledge of anything that's going on in the background, like with all the mechanics and stuff. But like getting to develop a new character is always exciting. And getting to like see the world through her instead of like through me is completely different.
All right. So, because we are playing in a new system, well, I don't want to call it a new system. It's a modified version of what we had been playing with Kobold Press's Tales of the Valiant. Did you have any questions for me regarding the system or how I'm going to handle things? Like, I know we talked with Skylar Kuro Luck last week, and he had questions about reminders on different rulings and stuff like that. Did you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. I'm kind of like gonna learn as I go along. I know I've had problems with the previous system with all the buttons, but as long as there's a button that I can push, I think I'm good.
Oh, yes. And we do use Foundry, everyone. I'm in the process of building up our world here in Foundry. Right now, it's not fully automized, but Claire, I have ways that it's gonna make it easier for you with the buttons. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to eventually make it look like it's like a Baldur's Gate 3, but
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
cool.
not that technically advanced yet with this coding, but I'm working on it. But as of right now, I have pretty much the world set up. The main setting for the Foundry server is going to look like a video game. So even if I'm not online, you're going to be able to go on and click on links, look at the map, look at notes of that you've written. You can click on the map and then click on one like a city that's on the map, and it'll pull up like key demographics and notes from you guys that you guys have written about the city, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll
gonna
actually take notes this time.
exactly. I'm gonna strive for all you guys to actually take notes and write in your journals, and write in your journals in the system as your character. Just
Yeah.
that way, like, because I'm thinking at the beginning of each episode, I might take some notes that someone wrote and kind of lead into the session with that. Just kind of make it a little quick recap like that. I think it'll be interesting. So with that, why don't you tell us briefly? We won't go into too much detail here. Briefly about the character that you wanted to play.
Well, I don't really have a background fleshed out for her yet, but she's going to be a mysterious character. She's an Inari, I think you're calling them.
Yep, Inari.
So she's gonna be a little bit of a wild card character, I think.
Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit different from you from the last campaign.
Yeah, very different.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm hoping that it's gonna be interesting. I know I haven't played with two of the other party members before, so I'm really gonna be relying on you and Jack to kind of steer the party here, because you guys know how I DM.
Yeah. We're not in a relationship this time. We're doing completely different things.
Oh boy. But all right. So with that, we are going to end this episode, and I just want to do a few short episodes interacting with some of the players. And as always, I am Kava, and this week I had Claire with me, and we will talk to you guys all next time.